Willie D Live.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. We have an evil spirit that permeates our community. And it's not a one-off. It's not somebody made a mistake and they paid their debt to society and they came back. It's not that they did it once, never did it again. You know what I'm saying? We have real abusers in our community. Had nothing to do with what they did. You know what I'm saying? If Kwame, decided to go back and do the same shit again, he didn't learn his lesson. I have no evidence. We have no evidence that he's done that. So if he did something and paid his debt to society, he should be, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this evil spirit, the continuum. When you have 2 people is enough, but you got more than 20 people saying the same thing or have experienced the same thing rather. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's an evil spirit. That's a continuing evil spirit. And I'm not saying that people aren't worthy. I'm not saying we shouldn't show grace, but there's some people that don't deserve the grace and the light that they once had. I'm not, again, the judge and jury, but I am a father. I'm a husband. I only have women left in my life. All my grandparents are dead. I'm not letting them leave, not seeing the best version of me. And I damn sure ain't letting my kids continue to believe that that's okay. I never told my kids my drug dealing stories. I never told them none of that until they got old enough where we could talk about it and they don't have to experience, because there's an impressionable age. You know what I'm saying? And my youngest is very impressionable with the streets and love the streets, but it's like he knew the consequences. He knew certain things were unforgiving. We need those guardrails. We can't have people forgiving people that constantly do something. And I'm not speaking of anyone in particular. We're talking about who we should and who we shouldn't protect or show grace to. If I see you fucking a child, it ain't not one thing you could do to ever convince me that you are all right and you're gonna be all right. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Am I judging? Absolutely. If I see you beat women and that's part of your MO, I can never fuck with you, because if it's in my presence, I'm gonna put hands on you. I can't allow things in my spiritual space because I gotta be okay too. And that's why I tell my mentees all the time, sometimes you gotta leave everything you know to get where you're going. And I've left that version of what I saw and being around and I never ignored. Nobody ever put hands on a woman around me. I've never seen nothing egregious. I might have seen a few people get punched in their face or get beat up. That was part of the gang growing up, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I never allowed nobody to get picked on. I never let no women get beat. There was definitely no abuse in my presence, but we don't do that. You got people that have been around, and I'll tell you right now I know his friends from day one. They never seen what his preferences are. You know what I'm saying? And so, again, back to the trial, that is a farce. What we should be focusing on is you had several people that were abused in the situation. If anything, that's what he should have been on trial for. But he wasn't. Whatever the case may be, now that he's going to be free, I just pray that he gets help. But that shit ain't forgivable. It's not a forgivable offense. And there's certain people, like, look at Jay. Jay, you can have all these conspiracy theories, but Jay ain't never had no issues. You want to know why? He married and got kids and is taking them vows seriously, clearly. They've been together for almost a dub. We need our black women. When you hear black women start talking about they're giving up and they tired, our communities will be over. We can't sustain without them. We don't give them that much respect.